Hey there, this is Steven from Utopian Labs, and in this video I wanted to take some time and show you all the kinds of things that you can do with Apollo in Zapier. For those of you who are not familiar with Apollo, Apollo is a company that does a lot of things, but amongst others has a huge database of interesting information, interesting data, interesting leads. And in Apollo, you can, for example, add these leads as an account or a contact. So I want to give you just a couple of examples. So for example, this is contact updated. Let's say anytime, or sorry, let's say that's your contact, create a new contact. So every time you add someone in Apollo as a contact, a potentially interesting lead, then this zap will trigger, and then you can do all kinds of things. So before we dive in, I also wanted to let you know that Apollo also has their own built-in sequencing stuff and workflow stuff, but it is only with Apollo features, of course, so they don't have any, well, AI email writing as Utopian Labs does, or qualification or something like that. So let's say you find someone interesting. So we're going to test this trigger, and we're probably going to get some information out of this. Amazing. So here we have someone, no idea who this is, but as an example thing. So we found someone in Apollo who could be interesting, but let's say we're not sure. We want to be sure that they're actually interesting, so we can qualify this lead, as you can see right here. And then we're going to get all kinds of information. So let's say if they don't have a website. So then we're going to have to do something smart. This is what's called the formatter. It's one of Zapier's tools. And what it does is you can format any kind of text or numbers or something like that. And in this case, we want to use split, because what we're going to do is we're going to take the email address, this one, we're going to separate it at the @ sign, and then we're going to take the second index. So what's going to happen here with this tool is you have Jan van der Horst at leducfood.nl, and here this operation is going to split it here at the @ and then this is the first index, this is the second index. So if we test this, then it should say leducfood.nl, which is the website, the thing that we were looking for. So let's say here, this is the output. Let's see if the company name is here. There we go. Lead full name, of course, Jan van der Horst. The email address. I also saw a LinkedIn URL and a job title. Perfect. We have everything. Then we can add some more context if we want to. We can also click use memory to be true. As you can see here, is that it defaults to true. So even if we didn't click true here, then it would have been true anyway. And to give you a bit of background about this, memory is basically an internal feature for Utopian Labs where research is shared amongst the agents. So let's say you qualify a lead first and then want to do something else, maybe trigger a timing run or do something else, then it won't do the same research again. It would just reuse the research steps from the past. So now that we qualify a lead, we're going to test it, and this is some test output, as you can see right here. So as a result, we get the qualification score, we get the qualification reason, we get a conclusion. This is a research conclusion that is basically telling us everything that we found. And yeah, so now we know whether it's an interesting lead or not. And there's a couple of things we can do. We can either just use this information and add it to our CRM system. So for example, we say in Pipedrive, we want to say, you know what, we're going to update this person, and we're going to select this account. And then the person that we want, like we can either take a static person, as you can see right here, but that's pretty difficult. So if you want to use Pipedrive like this, then we first need to find the person itself. So we're going to say find person. And then field to search by is going to be, let's say, email. There we go. The term is going to be this one, the email, and then we say, this is optional, of course, but create Pipedrive person if it doesn't exist yet. If you want, then you can just click yes, and then you can add some more information here. So you can say here, this is Jan van der Horst, organization. You can add here the email, for example. I'm just gonna put this here, some other information, maybe LinkedIn URL and job title. There we go. So, and then we test this step. And then as you can see here, after it's done, we get an ID. And this is actually very important because if you want to update a person in Pipedrive, you cannot just say like, hey, I want the email or I want to click here, Jan van der Horst, for example, because this only works in this example, but it doesn't work in every other flow that we're going to work with. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to take a custom parameter and we're going to click the ID here. So here you can see that the person we want to update is the ID. And then we want to, for example, set a custom property or something like that, or we want to maybe add a note to this person, because instead of updating this person, we could also say we want to go to Pipedrive, and create a note. Create a note. There we go. And then we say, you know what, the contact is going to be qualification reason, for example, and we're going to add it to, go to custom and then add it to there we go, to this person. So this is an example. But let's say this will basically happen for everyone. It doesn't matter if the lead is qualified, yes or no. It will happen for everyone. If we only want this to be done for companies that are how do you say that? That are qualified with a high qualification score, then we can also use the filter. Filter is also one of Zapier's tools. So here we can say we only want to continue if the qualification score, exactly matches high. And then we see this app would have continued for this test data, which is perfect. If we just put it like this and we test it again, then it wouldn't have continued because, of course, the output is high. So we're going to do it like this. And now basically every time the qualification is not high, then this app will just be cut off. You can also say, instead of filtering, let me just remove these. Yes, delete step and delete step. So you can also say, you know what, I want to branch. So I want to create a path where path A is, you know what, if this is equal to I, then I want to go the left way. And if this qualification score does not exactly match I want to go this way. So here you can see that this path would not have been continued and this would have. So then you can go this way or this way and basically split it up and do something different. Let's say if someone, a lead in this case, Jan, is going to be qualified, we want to do something, we want to reach out to them, right? We can use Utopian Labs, of course, to either write an email, like write an individual email, and then we can set it up, or we can write a sequence of emails, which is also pretty cool. So this would not only write one email, but would basically write multiple emails in a row. And then, those emails can be sent, but we'll get to that later. First, we're gonna choose a language. So we have multiple languages that are available right now, with more coming soon. Let's say because Jan is Dutch, let's write to him in Dutch. We want to only have 2 outreach emails. You can go up to 5. The maximum number is 5 here. And then we're going to fill in this information anywhere again. So first the company website, then the company name, then the full name, the email address, the LinkedIn profile, there we go, and the job title. And the cool thing is that you can see here that use memory is set to true, which is done automatically. But here, this is also where memory comes in, right? Because we've already qualified this lead, which means that we did a couple of research steps with our agents. We don't want to do that again because that would just be a waste of time and money. That's why memory is such a cool feature, because all of the research that is done in this step will be reused right here. So we click continue, we test this step, and as you can see here, is that we get a research conclusion as an output, a subject line, and well, up to 5 emails. So this is test data if you have 5, but otherwise, like you have 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And as a last step, you can either put these in a Google Sheet if you want to. You can send them to Instantly or to another email sending platform if you want to. You can basically do with these emails whatever you want. And this is just to give you an overview and some inspiration on what you can do and how you can use Apollo and data from Apollo in different ways to qualify a lead. You can also put one step in between and say, you know what, I don't only want to qualify, but I also want to check the timing. So you say like, hey, we're going to make it a bit more advanced. So first, we're going to say filter here. Then we're going to say if the lead is qualified, I want to continue. And if the lead is qualified, then we're going to trigger a timing run. And then we're not only going to contact someone, okay, hey, Jan is an ICP, but also we know like, okay, this is the perfect time to reach out to Jan because A, B, C, and D, and everything we found in his research. So this is one of the ways that we have to use Apollo. There are probably thousands of other ways to implement this into your workflow to make it perfectly fit your sales process. But this is just to give you a bit of an overview and an example. That was it for this video. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys will be building with this. And as always, if you have any questions or if there's anything that we can do to help and make you more successful with sales and AI, you know where to find us. Cheers.